computer, and then one. So this part I can remove always. That's a good part about pre-recording. But when we go live, usually you do the countdown, but you can see the countdown as well.
Yep.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Thank you, Sam, for coming today on my first episode of Introduce Your Business. What we are doing today, and we're going to keep doing in the future, is bringing the word out. We are trying to help small to medium businesses that want to keep promoting despite COVID-19 and just to keep spreading the message. It's not easy to keep spending money when businesses are closed, right? A lot of doors are closed. So we decided to just start reaching out. What we are doing is to give you the platform. You're going to tell us everything you want about your business, what product or service you're promoting, and then pretty much this is about you, this is about your business. There's no judging, there's nothing crazy. Just go ahead. So what's your story?
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, Alan, thank you so much for having me, brother. I'm super, super excited to be here. You know, we met in a very unconventional way. I was speaking at a conference, the cleaning sustainability conference, and you saw my keynote and ran up to me and we had a nice conversation. And from there, we've been in touch ever since. So I want to say thank you for having me on the show just to start. And I really value our friendship. A little bit about myself. I'm 20 years old now. And my whole life, I wanted to be a pro athlete, specifically a footballer, soccer player. And at the age of 13, I moved to Italy for 6 months to pursue that dream. I came back with a renewed passion and fire lit within me for all high school. Basically, by the time I was 17, I had been training, 4 or 5 hours a day, all throughout my education. And by the age of 17, I got a full ride scholarship offer to Memphis University. And it was on the condition that they were going to watch me play one last time. I ended up having a bunch of knee complications, 3 major injuries, 2 surgeries, and a torn labrum in my right hip, all in the span of a year and a half that totally folded those ambitions of being a pro athlete and pushed me down a terrible path because I had attached my self-worth solely to soccer. I thought that to be worth something as a person, I had to be an incredible athlete. And it's actually a good point because everyone, even the listeners right now, or people watching this, they all attach their identity to something the same way you might attach your identity to something. And when we lose that thing, we feel like we're worth nothing. And so I hit rock bottom when I was 17, not knowing what I wanted to do with my life, went down a terrible path. But the one beautiful thing about it is that when you're at the bottom, the only place you can go is up. You're at the foundation of building a new house or a new future. And woo! I think I got. Yeah, thanks, brother. And the beautiful thing about it is that I was super excited to try and figure out what was the next chapter of my life. And I was lucky enough to have a teacher named Michael Loudfoot. He was a world issues teacher who inspired me to test his principle of small, consistent actions. He spent the whole semester breaking down the lives of figures in history to try and prove to us that if we wanted to make a massive change, all we need to do is take a small action consistently. That theory practically was implemented in my life through the picking up of garbage, walking home from high school, which led to an initiative called Pick Waste, because I live in Pickering and we pick up garbage, that I co-founded with one of my good buddies.
Oh, that's an organization that you have called Pick Waste.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly. And so it was a volunteer initiative. We would just go outside every Saturday morning for 1 hour once a week and pick up garbage. And we didn't have any plan or vision. We just wanted to test my teacher's principle. And in the span of about 2 years now, we've never stopped, and we filled over 1,400 bags of trash and litter. We've done over 140 cleanups. And kind of through that project, I had principals start reaching out saying, hey, Sam, can you come in and speak to our students?
Right.
And I had never done a presentation in front of people before. I was 17 years old. And of course, my answer was absolutely. Right? You have to move before you're ready. So I jumped into my first presentation, did about 40 free presentations until a principal gave me a $150 honorarium and said, son, you did a really good job. You provided a lot of value. And whenever you provide value in the world, people are going to reward you for it. Here you go. And I remember in that moment, I was like, no way. This guy just paid me $150 to do something I love doing that also had a positive impact on the students and brought value to the school. Maybe there's something here. And so I went home and started searching all these youth speakers online, had phone calls with all these people, spent about $15,000 educating myself on the art of speaking and the business. And by March of 2019, I launched my first company, my first for-profit company, aside from Pick Waste, called Sam Demma Enterprises.
Is that the one you want to talk about today, or a different one?
Yeah, so what I'm going to talk about today is a piece of that.
Okay. I can share the screen if you want and start showing people what you're talking about, or I can wait. So you let me know how you want to go about it. Yep.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I'll actually share the screen when the time comes for sure.
Oh, perfect.
I mean, if you want, actually, you can pull up the website as I go.
Okay.
It's just samdemma.com. You can show it if you want to share the screen. But yeah, so I launched that company in March of 2019, and the whole vision was to provide presentations to high school students to help them do a couple of things. One, solidify a vision and goals for their life. And two, realize that they actually had the potential to make those goals become a reality. And so what I started doing was calling principals every single day, calling schools, calling youth organizations, and asking them, hey, you know, do you guys bring in speakers? Do you bring in programs that benefit your kids? And slowly but surely, I built up a repertoire of past clients. I built up a bunch of fans. And in my first, year of business, I did about, I think, like 60 or 70 presentations. And this is all before coronavirus hit, right? So it's going strong. It's going really well. I joined CAPS, which is the Canadian Association of Professional Speakers. And that was one of my first goals. And actually, as you're scrolling down this page here, you'll see a video I just put together. It's called Dear Graduating Class of 2020. And a lot of graduates right now are feeling really down about the fact that they're missing their graduation. And so I put together this short 4-minute motivational speech, and it's amassed over 40,000 views in the past 4 days on my Instagram, which is pretty awesome. And so this is pretty much the foundation of what I offer it's presentations. Now, when coronavirus came around, I had about 40 presentations instantaneously rescheduled or canceled. You can hop off the screen share now. And what happened was I had to pivot and figure out how am I still going to reach students and provide value, right? And so I had a couple conversations with mentors, and one of the conversations was really transformative for me, because what he made me realize is that Sam is not only just a speaker. Sam is not only just a speaker, a blogger, a podcast host. He's not only, this one specific thing. What you're providing the world with is a philosophy. And the way you provide that philosophy is in many different ways. And so the analogy he gave me was to look at someone like Steph Curry. And he said, look, Steph Curry doesn't call himself a three-point shooter. Although shooting three-point shots is his specialty, he calls himself a basketball player. Yeah. Right? But three-point is his main go-to thing, in the way that Sam Demma is not just a speaker. I'm a high-performance coach or a philosopher, whatever you want to call it, the overarching body. And the way I deliver this is in many different ways. Speaking happens to be my forte. Now that that's been sidetracked, it's been thrown off course, I've had to figure out how can I still reach these kids. And that's where this program called the High Performing Student came into play. And I'm actually going to share my screen right now just so I can show whoever's tuning in a little bit about this. So here we go. So essentially, I sat down after the coronavirus started and I asked myself, who is it that I'm trying to serve? Who is it that I'm trying to help? And how can I reach these kids? So I got a piece of paper. I wrote down in the middle of the page, high performing student. And these are the people I want to help. Now, the word student does not only mean someone who is formally in school. When I say student, I'm referring to people that are trying to learn something new, people that have goals and dreams and one day want to achieve them. In my opinion, that's a student. Everyone can be a student. And so I put that in the middle of the page. I made a line chart and I asked myself, what do these people need that could be really helpful for them on their journey? And I wrote about 15 different things or 16 different things in terms of systems and strategies, and I narrowed it down to 7. And the 7 things, which I'll go over in a couple minutes, are basically the foundation of this program. And so you see this landing page right here. The whole purpose of the program is to help people feel more confident about their future, but not just feel more confident, actually give them the tangible tools and systems and strategies they need to lay the foundation for whatever future success. I have a a little bit about myself and what I've been up to. I have a couple different testimonials, and I'll actually share my screen in a minute or two to actually show one of these so everyone can kind of check it out. I break down what's included in the course, which is the 7 videos, which go over vision creation, goal setting, weekly planning, a system around accountability, how to learn from failures, and how to set new standards. These are like the 7 main blocks of the program. Everyone who gets enrolled gets put in the private Facebook group, which is a place where they interact with people all around the world. So we have about 35 students in this program so far. It launched about a week and a half ago, and they're from 6 different countries, which is really cool.
What is the average age of the student?
I would say midway through college, so about 20, 22.
Okay.
And there's also, I'd say next to that is a bunch of teens. So between the ages of 16 and 20. So probably between the ages of 16 and 22 is like the main target so far.
Okay.
We have a couple people we have like 2 or 3 people that are in their 30s and 40s as well who are very interested and are also grabbing some value from it. Along with the private Facebook group and the videos, there's 100 minutes of audio lessons, 15 unreleased interviews I did with CEOs, Olympic athletes, and youth entrepreneurs. There's a PDF that goes along with each lesson, and then an ebook that I wrote about how we built and scaled pick waste. Scrolling down the page, I have like a couple of the students that have introduced themselves in the group, and then the little breakdown, people can actually buy the course. And it's only $19. And people always ask me, why is it only $19? And it's because I wanted to make it as accessible to as many people as possible.
Right.
I didn't want money to be a barrier of entry. And so this has been my focus recently. And I'm actually going to share my screen with audio real quick so I can show you what's
on that. Who's buying the course? Is it the parents buying it for their kids or the kids themselves?
Yeah, so I've had a mixture of both. So a lot of the kids in my network have said, hey, I want to buy this, but I don't have a credit card. And I'll tell them, I'll be like, hey, show your parents this landing page. Tell them to go over it. Tell them to call me if they have questions. And if they like what they see, then maybe they'll pay for it for you. Or the university kids that have credit cards just go on there and buy it themselves, and it's done. So
correct, perfect.
Yeah, so that's a great question. Thanks for asking. I'll actually show you what some of them said right now as well, real quick. So here we go.
Sam Demma's High Performing Student Course.
Sam Demma's High Performance Student Course.
Sam's new program.
It's put together by Sam Demma.
It's created by Sam Demma.
By Sam Demma.
Sam definitely provides the perfect analogies for us to learn from.
And I just want to say, what an awesome program. What an awesome individual as well.
You know, Sam Demma, which is really nice, is you could relate to his experiences.
The course really made me just take the first steps in order to reach my goals in life.
I wish I had something like this to help me fulfill my dreams. And
the things that he was talking about was real. These are things that we go through on a day-to-day basis.
So if you're anyone like me who needs guidance on the goals that you want to reach in your life, I think this course is for you.
I really recommend it for anyone who's ready to take a turn in their life.
I would recommend highly to do the High Performing Student Program.
I would most definitely recommend this, not only just to teenagers, but to parents, wherever you are at your life. This is a great program.
I really recommend it.
I truly wish that you go ahead and try out the course yourself.
I definitely recommend this for anyone who wants to start improving themselves, because personally, it has ignited a flame in me to simply start.
Nice. That's
yeah, so there you go. Yeah, so that's been, I'd say, the majority of my focus right now. I'm in the works of licensing it to some of my past clients, to the students in their schools, and also getting it out through some various government programs. So
nice.
Yeah, man.
So what's your target goal right now? Because as you know, right after this, we're going to stop the recording, and then we're going to go on Facebook to actually do the promotion. Because one of the things I'm doing to help the community or to reach out, we are not just going to introduce you through an interview like this, but we're also going to go pick the demographic, the region, and so forth. What is your target number? How many people do you want to reach with this message?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so I set a goal when I launched the program to have 1,000 students enrolled by September 1st. So I'm at 30. I'm at 30 right now. There's 30 students in the program. I haven't done any hard marketing yet, so I'll be excited to see how it goes post interview. But that's the goal for sure.
Nice.
For now.
Now, when you look at what's going on with COVID-19, how are some of your friends coping with it? Because I'm 41 actually. I can't believe I just turned 41 a couple months ago. But like you said, I met you through the conference, and it was great to see you and encouraging us and inspiring us. Now, to your own generation, how are they dealing with it? Do you see them discouraged? Do you see them encouraged? Like, how are they doing with this whole thing?
It's tough. A lot of kids my age are in school, and their whole world's been turned upside down. Kids are missing their graduation, and like me, having my identity attached to soccer, a lot of kids attach their identity to school, right? And you go around saying, I'm a student, and when school gets taken away and now you're stuck at home, it's really difficult. And furthermore, you can't see your friends. So I would say a lot of students aren't really dealing with it in a positive way. It's very hard to deal with it in a positive way, and it's no one's fault. It's just, it's so new and different. But I think that there's a huge opportunity in this disadvantage, right? You always got to be looking for the positive in things, because there's never been a time in history we have this much time to self-reflect, plan, and prepare for our future than ever before. Which is why I thought this program would be a perfect time for students, because they're all stuck at home. Why not create a game plan? Why not create a vision? Why not set goals? But my immediate group of friends are trying to stay connected through Zoom calls. I know some kids are playing like video games that they haven't played in many years just to stay in touch with friends. FaceTime people, go on walks, exercise. A lot of people are taking care of themselves a little bit better now because they have the time. But it's a difficult situation for everyone, including younger people as well.
Nice. All right. So do you have anything else you want to say before we go ahead and close this recording so that we can actually start the promotion part?
Yeah, I would just say if anyone has any questions, just reach out to me on Instagram at sam_Demma, or go to my website, samdemma.com, and you can send me a message there. I would love to simply chat. I mean, there's a contact form at the bottom of my website on every single page. And if you fill that out, I'll get back to you in less than 24 hours. And yeah, we can definitely talk.
Perfect. Good. So what I'm going to do here, as we're actually going to do through this recording, I think it's better because I want people to know that this is going to be legit. When we say we are going to promote people, we're not going to be putting too much money into it. It's going to be $5 to $10 because it's going to be a lot of customers out there. But I want to see what that can do, right? So I will be. So I'm going to stop this recording. What's the best way to do this live? Because I have to stop the recording so that I can promote it. So let's go ahead and stop this one, and then